How are we doing, lads? Hope we're doing well. Rodrigo, first in the chat. How are we doing, my brother? Hopefully you're doing well. Really nice to see you interacting again. I haven't seen you for a few weeks, to be fair. You've probably been very busy, which is very fair enough. But yeah, I'm doing well, thank you, bro. Hopefully you feel the same. But yeah, long time no chat. Hopefully you're doing very well. I've been missing your Portuguese input, to be honest. I'll be very honest with you. I think the chat has missed it as well. Yeah, we've been craving that Portuguese knowledge that you have. So yeah, really nice to see you again. But yeah, guys, everything's going well. I'll throw on the live stream view of Sorare so you guys can see what's going on. But yeah, not much really going on right now in my life. We've got game week 268 to look forward to. I have been full of exams from university, but I got some time and saw the notification and had to pop in. I do really appreciate that, Rodrigo, honestly. Yeah, but massive good luck for your exams. I've been there myself. Not a fun time, very stressful. But yeah, hopefully you get through them. I wish you all the best. Can I ask, what exams do you have? I'd be very interested to know what you've got going on. Rodrigo says, I have a tip for you. Costa will struggle this weekend against Benfica. Not sure of a clean sheet, but a huge AA incoming. Interesting to know. David has just joined the chat. Hey guys, really enjoyed the chat with you and that you had with Andrew. I really appreciate it, David. Thank you so much for watching that. That was actually so much fun speaking with the Andrews. Obviously had the pleasure of speaking to him in person on the weekend. But yeah, to speak to him on the live stream as well was super fun. And I really am glad you enjoyed it as well. It was yeah, it was a really fun conversation considering we didn't know what we were going to chat about prior to jumping on the live. But yeah, we managed to pull through, and I thought it was a really fun conversation, to be fair. And yeah, just really glad you enjoyed it. Weezermont's in the building. How's it going? I'm doing really well, mate. Thank you. Yeah, just same old, just chipping away. Yeah. Doing what I do normally. No big changes in the life yet. But yeah, I'm doing well, thank you, mate. Hopefully you are also. Doing the same. Bob Flynn's joined the party. Hey, Harry, giving under 23 Rare a go this weekend and need feedback. Hassel, Lihan Bum, Mihalovic, Ferreira, and David Martinez. Other options include João Victor, Zaccarano, and Ben Bender. I mean, those five that you just mentioned to me are very solid. Like the first five, Hassel, Lee Bum, Mihalovic, Ferreira, and Martinez. I'm not sure on Hassel's fixtures, to be honest. We'll go into the game week 268 fixtures right now, and I'll be able to just give you maybe a little bit more of an insight in terms of like what I would kind of do. But I think you're on the right track already. The only one that I like in terms of a name is João Victor. I actually watched him last night for Corinthians in the Copa Libertadores. Obviously, very good player. Normally scores quite well. I'm just not sure if he's going to get rotated for this weekend. I don't think he will, but he might. So we've got Hassel. Hassel plays for Vancouver, right, at home to Toronto. Obviously, a bit of a Canadian derby there, but Toronto have been poor. I think they lost last night, didn't they, to Cincinnati? So yeah, I would fancy Hassel there at home. Lihan Bum, I do own a Cho Young Wook, so obviously they both play for Seoul. I know they're home. I'm not sure of the quality of the team they're playing against. But last night, I think Lihan got an assist, didn't he? I think he scored really well. So yeah, they're at home to C1 or Suwon. Again, home looks like a good fixture to me. Again, I haven't really dove into it too much. Mihalovic plays for Vancouver as well, right? So same fixture as Hassel. Oh no, he plays for Montreal. My bad. Who are Montreal playing? Montreal at home to Orlando. Yeah, another good fixture for your Mihalovic there. So you've got Ferreira's home as well, and then David Martinez are River Plate at home. I'm not sure if they are they? Yeah, they are. Jesus. Okay, you've got five. You've got five starters there, I believe. Five home fixtures. I don't think it gets much better, to be honest, Dave. Bob. Sorry. Yeah, for me, they're the best five to pick out of the eight that you've included in terms of like Bender, Victor, and Zakano. So yeah, for me, you've got the team selection, or you've basically done what I would do effectively. Not to say that that's a good thing. That could be a terrible thing. But yeah, those seem like the best options for sure. Just going back to what Rodrigo said about the clean sheet for Costa, which is something that I'm, yeah, kind of wary about this weekend. Obviously, they're playing Benfica, which is a big game for them. I think they need 1 point to clinch the title, if I'm correct. So, yeah, Rodrigo seems to think that Benfica will keep Costa very active. It's just whether or not they're going to concede three, the dreaded three that we don't want our goalkeepers conceding. So, yeah, I'll have to really evaluate that one and see what my other options are. Obviously, Van der Voort, Osako, I have a few options. So we can dive into that in a bit. I'm just going to go through the matches within Game Week 268 first. I'll just pick out some matches that I like, maybe some matchups, and then some tough ones as well. And just, yeah, overall chat. And then, yeah, we'll get into the prize pool. We'll do some lineup building, and then we'll probably call it a day. Economist has just joined the party. Economist, what's going on, mate? I did have a real skim through your thread this morning. I literally just got home. So yeah, I've just literally gone onto the computer and started up the live stream. So I haven't had a chance to really dive into it, but from what I was reading, the first few sentences, it looked very interesting. So yeah, I'll definitely give that a read and give that a retweet for you after I'm done on live. But yeah, matchups this weekend. So we've got Championship full fixture. It looks like we won't go too in depth on the Championship, just because I don't have that much interest. Obviously, Nico Williams DMP'd last week or last game. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him this weekend away to Sheffield United, which won't be an easy game, even though Fulham have already secured promotion. They've won the Championship as champions. Got a few Croatian games. Dynamo Zagreb at home was a big one. Rodrigo says, yeah, Porto will play for the draw at least, but Benfica will play to win, because the worst thing that could happen to a club is their rival win the title at their stadium. Ooh, yeah, that's a big one. Porto will defend more and Benfica will attack more. Okay, that's really interesting, because obviously I have a Fabio Vieira as well, so that's something to really take into consideration. He might play, but as you said, if Porto are going to come into it really defensively, do I really want to trust a Fabio Vieira that's been told that he has to defend more than, attack, where obviously his strength lies? So that's something to really think about in terms of team selection. If anyone does have Porto players, thank you for letting us know that, Rodrigo. That's some huge, invaluable information there. And then, yeah, perfect timing. We're into the Premier Liga, Portuguese league. Big game, Porto Benfica, like we just said. Porto can win the league if they get a point away to Benfica. We've got Sporting away to Porto Muniz. So there should be a little win for them. I think some of their big guys are back. What's the centre-back called? I can't think of his name. Coates. I think Coates is back. We've got the Austrian Bundesliga. Rapid Wien away. Salzburg at home. That could be a big fixture for the under-23s. Hi, mate. What's your expectations about Jay Henderson from St. Mirren? I'll be honest, not got a clue who he is in the nicest way possible. I've got a few guys who follow the Scottish League in one of my WhatsApp, so I could give them a little, not call, but I could give them a little text and they could maybe give me a bit more information. I'll do a quick search up of him. I mean, I don't know enough about him in terms of, I don't even know who he is, I'll be completely honest. Born on March 6th. He's 20 years old. Okay, right midfielder. Okay, I mean, decisives. Okay, he's getting a few decisives. Nothing AA-wise, really. I mean, just going off this, it doesn't look crazy. But yeah, he might be a player that's in line for a move maybe to a bigger club. I'm really not sure. I would have to dive into that one a little bit more. So yeah, on the surface of it, I really don't know. But yeah, I'll try and find out a little bit more about him for next live stream. So yeah, sorry, I can't give you too much information on that one. Rodrigo, although the Benfica manager could put a strategy similar to the game against Sporting where we played really defensively and bet on counter-attacks with Darwin, which resulted in a 2-1 win for Benfica. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, that is very interesting. It'd be very hard to really gauge what is really going to happen until obviously the game kicks off. We can guess all we like, really, can't we? But it's very tough to really predict what is going to happen until it happens, right, in front of our eyes. Russian Premier League, looks like we've got a full fixture. Rodrigo says, in regard to exams, I'm taking a degree in energy and environment, and my exams are just physics and electric circuits. Ooh, that sounds very, very interesting, to be fair. Very interesting. That would go way above. Yeah, I'm definitely not clever enough to study anything like that. So well done, Rodrigo. That's very impressive. Zenit at home looks like a nice fixture. Lokomotiv Moscow at home to Kazan. I kind of don't mind that. Dynamo away to Samara. I think that still is a good fixture for them, to be honest. We've got the Turkish League. Any big games here? Fenerbahce away to Besiktas. That'll be a big game. Trabzonspor won the league, I think, last week. So, yeah, maybe a lot of rotations there in their club. Galatasaray away to Istanbul. Okay, that's about it there. We've got the Swiss Super League. Zurich away. FC Sean away to Grasshoppers. Basel away. Nothing really to speak about there. Superliga. We've got the Danish League. My team Aalborg at home to Midtjylland. Big game for my Lucas Anderson. Hopefully I'll be able to fit him into a lineup this weekend. Jupiter League, we've got a few playoff games. Anderlecht away to Antwerp. Charleroi at home to Genk. USG at home to Club Brugge. That'll be a big game. And then Ghent at home to Mechelen. Again, a very big game. Winger MK, hey mate, got my highest points total last night with 352 thanks to my Seattle Limited stack. Unfortunately, I'm sitting with a T3 in D5 America instead of a bottom of a T1 in All-Star. That's so funny you've said that. I mean, not funny in the sense of like you're getting a tier 3, not a tier 1. In the sense that like my housemate, who's actually got a bit of a Seattle stack as well. I basically told him to play his players midweek. Like all his players are eligible for America, but he played them all in All-Star. And I basically said to him, I've just got a funny feeling that you might be better off playing them in All-Star rather than America, because in America, you're basically playing up against like a load of lineups that like are basically the same as yours. So the differential isn't really that high or varied. I think if you play an All-Star, there's just so many different lineups from so many different regions, in the sense that like if your guys do pop off, you kind of get rewarded a little bit more than you would in your native region, i.e. America, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's a little bit annoying, Wing. I'm sorry to hear that. But again, a lesson learned, I think. I think it's something that, you can definitely build upon and sort of put to practice sort of next time you're in that position, hopefully. But a T3 is better than a nothing, isn't it? It's better than no card. So, yeah, we'll have to move and maybe get that T1 next time. Eredivisie fixtures, some big games, I think. Yeah, Feyenoord PSV is a huge one. Feyenoord obviously playing tonight against Marseille. So, expect maybe rotations there, depending on if they win or not. We'll have to keep tabs on that one. Anderlecht, AZ Alkmaar versus Ajax is also a bit of a big game, to be fair. Ajax away from home won't be easy. Scottish Prem, Celtic at home to Hearts. Looks like the Celtic stacks could be out in full force this weekend. Rangers at home to Dundee. Bundesliga, Bayern München, or Bayern Munich. I tried to put on some German accent. It's just German language. Yeah, that just didn't work, did it? Bayern at home to Stuttgart. They should pump them, to be fair. Gladbach away to Frankfurt that are going to rotate. Bayer Leverkusen away to Hoffenheim. There'll be goals in that game. Winger says, lesson learned for next time. Yeah, for sure, mate. Definitely the best way to look at it. Wolfsburg, Cologne. Cologne have been on fire recently, to be fair. Leipzig playing tonight as well, so definitely something to look into in terms of rotations at home to Augsburg. Dortmund away to Fürth. That should be a bit of a pump in, but they've been taking down some big clubs this year, actually. Fürth, they've had some good victories, so we'll see what happens with that one. And then Freiburg at home to Union Berlin. I just saw that Nico Schlotterbeck has just recently, this week, signed with Dortmund, which is a big acquisition for them. That'll be a huge signing next season. I expect his scores to really, really, maybe not kick on, but be as good as they are, playing for Freiburg, right? So yeah, excited to see how he does. Next season, we've got La Liga, Villarreal, Sevilla. Villarreal obviously out of the Champions League now. Atletico versus Real. Wow, I didn't realize that the derby was this weekend. I'm still not over the Real Madrid game yesterday, to be completely honest. I thought that was one of the best, if not the best, Champions League semi-final I've ever watched. Yeah, I thought it was unbelievable, like ridiculous. But yeah, I didn't really care who won. I'm just really happy to watch a very good game of football, to be honest. And yeah, it was just super, unbelievably entertaining. Rodrigo is just like that guy right now, isn't he? He's just sort of coming up clutch, like in every possible scenario. They only give him limited minutes, and he seems to still deliver the goods. And yeah, I think he's earned himself a starting position in that team. Maybe for the final against Liverpool. Predictions. What are we saying? Liverpool, Real. I think the fact that like Real have gone on a run where like they just keep coming in clutch. They've been winning games very late. No, everyone's been writing them off in a weird way, even though they've had Benzema and Vinicius playing really well and whatever. I don't know. I have a funny feeling. Like obviously Liverpool are probably going to be favourites, but I've got a sneaky feeling about Real Madrid. Like Real Madrid always seem to do well in finals, and I don't think. Yeah, I just see history repeating itself in a way, and I can see Real coming on top. I don't know how. I don't know how they're going to do it because Liverpool are ridiculous. Their team's unbelievable right now. The only thing I'm just worried about Real's defense against obviously Liverpool's front three or front five, because they'll have like either Jota on the bench or Firmino. Like the rotation there is scary. But yeah, Man City completely bottled it last night. Betis Barcelona's a big game. Francisco just joined the party. Francisco, what's going on, bud? Thank you for joining the live stream. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, Barca away to Betis. I saw a stat that Barca have like basically never lost away to Betis or something. So I'm not sure what to do with my Eric Garcia there, because I have heard that Piqué is out. Well, he looks to be out for the season with an adductor injury. Can't doubt Madrid and lights out Champions League performance. Yeah, unbelievable. I definitely can't doubt them after their last three performances in the Champions League. Valencia away to Bilbao. Getafe, Rayo Vallecano. Okay, nothing crazy there. League One, the French League, PSV at home to Troyes. That could be an Mbappe masterclass once again. Marseille away to Lorient. Of course, Marseille playing tonight. Lille, Monaco will be a big game. Lille have struggled to score goals recently, and Monaco have been really, really good. Tom's just joined. How are we doing, Tom? Thank you so much for joining the chat. Really do appreciate it. I hope you're doing really well, bud. Clermont Foot at home to Montpellier. Lyon away to Metz. It's an interesting one. We've got Prem fixtures. Tottenham Liverpool will be a big one. Arsenal Leeds. Man U away to Brighton. They need a result there. Everton Leicester's a massive game for Everton, of course. Chelsea Wolves. And then we've got Serie A. Napoli away to Torino. Inter could be, if you've got Inter players, I can see them doing well at home to Napoli. Roma away to Fiorentina will be a tough game. Juventus away to Genoa, it might be tough as well. Who's this now? Onana again. Sanchez suspended. What do you mean? I don't know what Onana you're referring to there, Tom. Sorry. Is that Amadou Onana that plays for Lille? Or is that Onana that plays for Ajax? Yeah, let me know. And what Sanchez? Do you mean Inter? Inter Milan's Sanchez. You got K-League fixtures. Ulsan away to Gakwan. Seoul at home, like we mentioned earlier. J-League, sorry. Anything that stands out? I mean, Marinos might have a good game at home. Winger MK, did you see PK was on Gary Neville's overlap show? I actually saw that. That come up on my For You page, or whatever you want to call it, on the homepage on YouTube. I'm definitely gonna have a little watch of that. I'm sure that'll be fun. I mean, do we fancy him? That's Amadou. Do I fancy Amadou this week? I mean, he completely DMP'd last week. Like, he wasn't even on the bench, so that scares me a little bit. So for me, I'm not going to risk Amadou this weekend. Bob says the big news this week is Seattle won the CCL over Pumas. None of this Real Madrid stuff. To be fair, Bob, yeah, I was honestly just going to mention it because I watched the whole game last night. My roommate's a Seattle fan. He's from Oregon. So, yeah, he's been a childhood Seattle fan. As you can see, the Ladero shirt in the back, that's his shirt. He's gifted it to me for the live streams. Andre, what's going on, mate? Thank you for joining the stream. Tom says either Xhaka or Andre or Amadou for the midfield battle. But yeah, risk there did mean Renato Sanchez. Sorry, yeah. That completely went over my head. Yeah, I'm just a little bit afraid with the DMP last week. I'm not sure why that was. I'll have to do a little bit of digging. But yeah, we'll definitely have a look into that. Antlers away to Hiroshima for my Osaka goalkeeper that plays for Hiroshima. That's something to look out for me. Shimzu Pulse at home to Frontail. That'll be a tough game. Liga MX situation. Pumas away, obviously played last night. Lost to Seattle. We've got the Brazilian League. Any big fixtures there? Corinthians away. Flamengo obviously not on the platform yet, but they'll be big when they do. Mineiro at home. That could be a big fixture for the Mineiro stacks. And then we've got the Argentinian League. As I said earlier, River Plate away, aren't they, I think? Boca Juniors away as well. Sorry, no, River Plate at home, Boca Juniors away. Hey, mate, if you remember, I was giving you recommendations to play Benya Dia that game week over Van der Voort. Would love to do a Turkish League players video for next year with you if interested. 100%. Let's get that done. Yeah, DM me on Twitter if you've got my Twitter. And yeah, we'll get chatting, and then yeah, we'll 100% get a Turkish League video done. But yeah, really do appreciate the recommendation as well for playing him. Lots of suspensions for Mineiro. Okay, watch out for that, guys, if you're in the chat and you have Mineiro stacks. But yeah, it was good. 100%. I'd love to do a video with you, for sure. Ariana and Nathan Silva. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. Really do appreciate it. And then we've got MLS fixtures. Charlotte FC, who I went to watch this weekend. I do have a vlog that will be going out maybe tomorrow, depend on how much of that editing I can get done today. Super fun meeting all the guys in Orlando. Yeah, it was a really fun game. Yeah, Charlotte into Miami, interesting game. The New England Revolution at home to Columbus. That'll be a big game for the Carlos Heel fan club. Vancouver at home to Toronto. Dallas at home to Seattle. I can see Seattle rotating a lot. They've got a load of injuries. Obviously watched the game last night. I'm sure Bob did as well, so he'll be able to tell you the same. A load of guys went off injured. Knew who went off injured. Who else went off? João Paulo might have done his ACL. So, yeah, a load of big guys maybe out for them. Obviously, they won as well, so they're going to be celebrating. I think FC Dallas could do well this weekend. Jesus Ferreira for the win. Atlanta at home to Chicago. Atlanta have been horrendous this year. They've been plagued with injuries as well. Nashville at home in their new stadium. At home to Real Salt Lake. That'll be a big game. Los Angeles FC at home to Philly. That'll be a top of the table clash. New York City should beat Kansas City, I would imagine. DC Houston, that might be a bit of a boring game. Red Bulls Portland, I think that'll be a decent game. Red Bulls have been on fire recently, to be honest. Austin FC at home to LA Galaxy. See if the Derusi Massive can carry on his form. San Jose Earthquakes, Colorado Rapids. I can see San Jose doing quite well there, actually. Bob says, I love Ben Bender, my wallet does not. I actually obviously got to watch him live this weekend. He came on off the bench, as you probably know, against Orlando. And yeah, he was really exciting, to be honest. Like, it's tough for me to, like, not tough, but yeah, I need to see him live to really see, like, why is this kid, why was he a number one draft pick? Like, what really makes him stand out, He doesn't have any, you don't look at him and go, wow, this guy's like an absolute physical specimen, Daniel's just joined the chat. Let's go, Harry. Thank you, Daniel, for joining. Kind of busy at work, so just lurking on the stream, making some good lineups, bro. Make some good lineups, bro. Really do appreciate it, Daniel. Thank you so much for joining the live. I do appreciate you. You are in work. Yeah, all the best. Flynn went so hard on Pen Bender. He did. He went super hard, to be fair. We got the Chilean League, the Peruvian League, and then the Premier R League. So, yeah, lineups. Matches out the way. We can go into the prize pools now, which, yeah, I don't really expect too much different from last weekend, to be honest. And then we'll get into some lineup building. Ortiz going to get dropped after the Orlando game. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I can see. I thought Bender did well. Oh, Trip and B. Let's go, Trip. I didn't know that. Yeah, I completely forgot that you wouldn't come on the chat as Trip and B. But yeah, awesome to have you in here, bro. Yeah, Bender looked good. Yeah, obviously you were there as well. Bender looked. I thought he looked tidy when he came on. He didn't change the game really, but I thought he just kept it ticking. And yeah, he did enough, I think, to warrant a starting position. Obviously, like he did at the start of the season when he was playing so well. Obviously, the last 2 games he's been on the bench. So yeah, very interesting to see that he's back in the lineup, or should be back in the lineup this weekend. So commonly, we've got 83,000 participants, which is a nice number, I guess. Not over 100,000 this weekend. Well, it might actually get there, depending on how many teams get submitted over the next sort of day or so. This is my civilian name. You're funny, bro. I miss doing the dark arts with you already. So we've got Legends League back this weekend, Legends Pro and Legends Challenge. The Specialist Super Rare League's back, 3 uniques on offer. Underdog Rare League's back. That'll be an interesting one. Who is in the prize pool? There's an Mbappe in there still. I think somebody did someone win an Mbappe or a Messi from the Underdog League? It was one of the two. And then we've got the Specialist Limited and the Underdog. As always, 80 prizes in the Specialist, which is something to look out for. If you're playing Limiteds, I definitely think that's something you should consider. Maybe having to break up a few lineups elsewhere, because the progression into like winning a star rare with a limited lineup, I just think it's huge. I really, really do. So yeah, I mean, I'm not telling you to break up your perfectly placed lineups already, but I do think prioritizing the Specialist Limited League is something that I think limited players should do. But that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm off. Let me know what you think in the chat. Limited League's got 21,000 in the All-Star, 2,375 cards on offer. Under 23 limited, just under 7,000 participants, 1,000 cards, which is a nice ratio, to be fair. 1 in 7 players are going to be receiving a reward, which I think is great. Champions Europe, just over 5,600 in entrant, 650 cards. 6,003 in Challenger, 850 cards. America, 5,003, 630 cards. And then Asia Limited, 4,006, 450 cards. Going back to what somebody said in the chat earlier, I'm not sure if you were all there at the time, but somebody said, where is it to? Yeah, Winger basically said that he got his highest point position last night with 352 points thanks to his Seattle stack. But unfortunately, he's in line to get a tier 3 in D5 America instead of a bottom of a tier 1 in All-Star. And I was basically saying, like, I had this conversation with my roommate last night who has a limited stack that could have played in America because he has like a Corinthians guy, he has 2 River guys and 2 Seattle guys. I said, you know what, play it in All-Star Limited instead of America Limited, just because I think, you've just got a better chance of getting a better prize, because you're going to see a load of teams that look like yours in the America lineups, right? If you play it in All-Star, I think the lineups are so varied. The variation is huge. So obviously you're playing against more teams or more lineups, but I think in a weird way, the chances of them having the same lineup as you and the same captain is a lot less likely than it would be in the native America region. That's just my thought process on it. I don't have the numbers to prove it. Salone said, do you think Barella will play tomorrow? Bob says he's running Mbappe and Haaland in Specialist. Lineups are broken up. Wow. Bob, that's huge. Mbappe and Haaland in Specialist. That is something. Yeah, do I think Barella will play tomorrow? Good question. Let me have a look at... I was just going to have a look at SofaScore and have a look at... I think he's been playing every game, but Barella, right? I don't think there's any reason. I didn't spell that right, did it? Barella. I don't think there's any reason why Barella shouldn't play for Inter, to be completely honest. So last game he played against Udinese. Did he start? Oh, he came off injured. Okay, so that's probably why you're asking. We could do a quick search for you. Nicolo Barella. and we could just have a look at, is he going to play? Well, someone just bought one 10 minutes ago. That is something to do with PSG wanting him. So there's a load of links linking him to PSG, I think. Oh, okay, here we go. Barella could be fully fit but rested for their clash with Empoli. Italian media says. So yeah, I wouldn't risk that, to be honest. Even if he's fully fit, if you've got another option, I would definitely play that other option. It's definitely not worth it. With the whole DMP situation. Bob says, honestly, star rewards in America D5 aren't the greatest if you don't win. You want Heel, Enzo, and Alvarez in America D5. Yeah, that's true as well. Obviously, if you're playing All-Star, you're like exposed to way more like better, higher quality players in that sense. All-Star was a killer last week with AFC Asian team, so I think a lot moved to America. Okay, that's fair enough. Inter must win, so he should play. Only worry he took a knock and looked a little tired. And he's not played amazing in those games. Okay, interesting stuff. Like I said, I wouldn't risk him if I have another option. But if he's your only option, if Barella's the only guy you can play in that position, then I would have to risk him, right? And then Francisco said there is Coppa Italia finals midweek also. Yeah, so think about that as well. That definitely could mean maybe a cheeky rest. Maybe he gets 30 minutes off the bench. Who knows? Okay, so rare prize pools, just over 15,000 in All-Star, 630 cards on offer. All-Star Pro, 125, not crazy high. 20 star rares as usual, which is nice. Under 23, 250 cards on offer as usual. 50 cards in Under 23 Pro, which is what we've been seeing recently. I'm not sure why Mbappe is not in the prize pools. It really annoys me. Even though he's in the underdog prize pools, it's just, I don't know why that is. I think that shouldn't be a thing. I think he should be in the under 23 prize pools. But yeah, maybe my opinion just doesn't matter at all, which it probably doesn't, if we're honest. But yeah, just a weird side note there. Champions Europe 230 prizes, 1,700 participants. Champions Europe Pro 40. Isn't Mbappe in here? He is in there. Of course he's in there. See, that just annoys me. That really does annoy me. Challenger Europe 365 prizes, 2,000 participants. Everything looks pretty solid. It looks like any normal weekend over the last few weekends, to be honest. Prize allocation wise, and then sort of the amount of entrants as well. America 1,785 entrants, 200 prizes. I think that goes above 2,000 though. Entrance wise, America Pro just over 360, 35 prizes. Asia 1,456, 125 prizes. And Asia Pro 315 with 25 rare cards. Gaza's just joined the party. Thank you, Gaza, for joining. I know I started a bit early for you, but I do really appreciate you popping in. Sorare Italy on Sorare Sharpliner predictor has Barella starting at 65%, if that means anything. I think that, thank you, Stokey, for letting us know that. I think that is something to look into. I do use Sorare Sharp quite a lot now and again if I'm a little bit unsure on a player. So there's definitely value in there, to be honest. David says they've used all of his allocation, haven't they? Swear they have a set allocation in each competition. So 10 in Rare Pro, 10 in under 23. Ah, really? I didn't know that, David, to be fair. I thought, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't really realise that, yeah, if they've ran out in under 23, then he could be elsewhere. That's interesting, actually, yeah. Good point, David. And then Super Rares, I'm not sure how many are interested in this, but yeah, All-Star Super, just under 360, 40 cards on offer. Under 23s, which I will be interested in this weekend. Hopefully, if Tani plays and doesn't DMP like he did midweek, 126 entrants, 28 cards. Champs Europe, 113, 15 cards. Challenger 112, 25. America Super Rare, 94 cards, 12 prizes. Excuse me, and 92 cards, 92 participants in Asia. Just the 15 cards on offer. So yeah, a very standard prize pool for a weekend. Like nothing too crazy, nothing to really be annoyed about. I don't think really. A load of special weeklies to play as well. if you want to get involved in them. So yeah, super excited about all this. One little side note that I saw, somebody bought like a David Beckham super rare for like 3.5 ETH, which I'm a little bit like shocked about. Where's it to? Here, Visa card. So Visa card's been buying up a load of like legend cards recently. Have a look here. He's been buying Van Basten, De Stefano, Beckham. Jonathan says, all right, Harry, finding Sorare impossible ATM. Just can't compete with teams that have all players like 2K plus. Jonathan, you playing limited or rare? Let me know, and then we can further the chat. Yeah, this guy's just buying up a load of legends, and I'm not sure if he knows something that we don't know. He very, very well might, but yeah, I just don't know why he's buying so many legends, to be completely honest. Let me know if you have any theories in the chat. But yeah, for me, I really don't know why he's doing that. But yeah, regardless. Yeah, sorry, I'm just replying to a message. But yeah, 3.5 ETH for a David Beckham super rare. I just don't see the value in that right now. Maybe they're gonna bring out something to where, I don't know, legends are way more or have way more utility. But for me, I just don't understand that, to be completely honest. So yeah, let's get into some lineup building. This is our bread and butter. This is what we're here for. Thank you guys all for staying this long. We're 37 minutes in and we still haven't started lineup building. So yeah, honestly guys, it means the world to me, I promise you. You guys just sitting there watching me, you know, speak to a webcam and watching a computer screen. So yeah, I do really appreciate it, honestly. It means the world to me. Goalkeeper options for under 23 Rare Pro. I always start with under 23 Rare Pro. I finished 10th last weekend. It's always my bread and butter. Peaky Blinder says, have you got any tips for cheap average super rare gas players for D3? Got Tadic, Vanaken, Adan to run plus 2 super rares. The problem is for me there, obviously we will start lineup building after this. It's just a really good question, Peaky Blinders. Those 3 players are huge. Like, they're like star rare guys, yeah? So like for me, if I've got 3 star rare rares, I want to play like 2 good super rares with them, because my frustration would be my rares crush every weekend, but my super rares let me down, to where like you might as well just play 5 rares. Like, for me, I wouldn't be going for cheap average super rare players if you're going to be running those type of rares. But on the flip side, if you can get some sort of defender that plays with Adan as a stack, I think that could work. And then maybe somebody to go with Tadic. I don't know, like a Pershers, like somebody who plays for Ajax who's a super rare that's not going to be crazy expensive. Davy Klaassen, maybe. I can't see him really going anywhere next season, to be honest. Davy Klaassen, super rare, and some sort of super rare defender that plays for Sporting. Like, I don't know off the top of my head, but that would be where my brain is trying to think. Maybe they're too expensive, and I'm sorry for that. I don't know their prices, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want those 3 really good rares to be mixed in with like 3 like poor super rares, in the sense that like they're only averaging you like 40, maybe 50 points a game week, which isn't going to cut it. Peaky said he's running Adan, Coates, Blind, Vanak and Tadic in Challenger, thinking maybe push for D3. Got 1.8 ETH in the wallet. Was thinking maybe Brandon, Michelle. Yeah, that could work. National Interest TV, how are you doing, bro? Thank you so much for joining the chat. Get Morioka and an Ajax defender, maybe Blind. Shakaboom says, yeah, I can get behind that, but a super and Morioka and an Ajax defender isn't going to really do that for D3. So yeah, you're gonna need to think about that one. To be fair, 1.8 ETH is a lot of ETH, though, so you've got a bit of tinkering to do. I think Davy Klaassen super rare could be something to look into there, but you know, who am I to tell you what to do? But just trying to give you ideas. Rodrigo says I would go for Mateus Reis super rare from Sporting as an option. Very interesting. Thank you, Rodrigo. Okay, Jonathan. Also, if you are still in the chat, let me know. Are you playing limiteds or rares, so I can have that chat with you as well, and maybe help you out in terms of competing. But yeah, under 23 Rare Pro is always my bread and butter. Like you said, this is my favorite. It's my favorite division. It's where I think I have the combination of like decent super rares and some good rares to offer Tani will be getting used in Super Rare lineup, even though he DMP'd midweek, so I'm not going to be touching him. Things no one asked for. Hi, mate. First time here. Glad I could make it in time. Thank you so much, mate, for joining the chat for the first time. Guys, if you could welcome him in with open arms. Yeah, really do appreciate you joining the live stream, mate. It does really mean a lot to me. Just picking some of my lineups for this game week on the weekend. Yeah, I've got 3 options. I go Van der Voort, Osako, or Costa. We've spoken to Rodrigo already. He seems to think the Benfica are going to really go for it against Porto. So do I see a clean sheet there? I really don't. Do I see a clean sheet for Osako at home to Antlers? I don't, to be completely honest. And then do I see a clean sheet for Van der Voort away to Charleroi? Again, I don't. So I'm in a position where I'm relying on AA scores, I think, this weekend for my goalkeepers. I really don't see a clean sheet. But if I had to choose out of those 3 who I think will get the clean sheet over the other 2, I would honestly go for Van der Voort. What's this now? What do you think about Besiktas? Why is not performing well? I don't know who you're on about there. Sorry, national interest. Bakasates. I'm not sure who that is at all, guys. If you can help in the chat, I've got no clue if that's a team, if that's a player. Do you mean Besiktas in the Turkish league? I'm not sure who you mean there. Sorry. But yeah, I think Van der Voort's my best choice here. Even though Osako is home, I know how good Antlers are. Obviously, they're first in the league. Hiroshima are decent, but I just see Antlers scoring a few there, if I'm completely honest. Hiroshima conceded 2 against Raysol in midweek. I just really don't fancy the clean sheet, if I'm completely honest. So Van der Voort for me is my best option. Mickey has just said in the chat, there was Fenkum, Super Rare is cheap, really good scorer, and not that old. That's really funny. Mickey, what? Yeah, really good option there, though. I really like that. I like that shout a lot. Rodrigo says, I would also go for Van der Voort, mate. Better fixture. Yeah, thank you, Rodrigo, for agreeing with me. Confirmation bias, I love it. I do really appreciate it, though. Defender-wise, this one's tricky. I don't have anyone that stands out for me. The opposition score for Gladbach defenders away to Frankfurt is very high, which I'm quite surprised with. Frankfurt are playing tonight, though, so that's something to take into consideration. If you have Gladbach players, is that you're probably going to be playing up against a weaker Frankfurt team, which is obviously a good thing for defenders. Less likely to score goals, less likely to concede goals. So, yeah, for me, Jordan Bayer is definitely an option as a super rare to use in this division. I will keep looking, though, because he's not like a definite, I'm going to play you. There's definitely other options out there. Fofana at home to Everton. Fofana plays tonight. No, does he play tonight? Yeah, I think he does. No. Am I being stupid here? Yeah, Fofana does play tonight. Sorry, I'm just checking SofaScore on my phone. Do they? Yeah, they do play tonight, don't they? Or am I just being stupid? Yeah, Roma Leicester. They are playing. Sorry, I had a brain fart then. Again, I don't know if Fofana's going to start this weekend, so he's questionable. David says Bayer could be a good option. Elvedi suspended. Frankfurt probably tied after tonight. Yeah, that was kind of my thinking as well, to be fair, David. Thank you for, sort of emulating that in the sense that, Frankfurt going to be weak. Bayer's been playing well. Gladbach have turned it around a little bit, which I like. Leicester in Rome. When in Rome. So I probably won't touch Fofana this weekend. Fofana risk for rotation. He's starting tonight. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm interested to see how he gets on tonight. Nishio at home. I don't know much about Iwata, if I'm completely honest. They're obviously favourites. The bookies favour them. Opposition scores decent. On paper, that looks like a good shout. But Nishio just isn't doing it for me right now. And I'm not sure if I want to take that risk. Wrench is just not getting in for Ajax right now, even though they have a load of injuries. Oh, okay, so sorry. So, Bakasetas plays for Trabzon in Turkey. The reason he has had an injury and lost his spot to Siopis, he will leave the team in the summer. You can play him this week. He will start probably since they won the league. Thank you for, Oscar, thank you for answering that question in the chat. I do really appreciate it. I really blanked, like I didn't know if he meant Besiktas. I couldn't really work out what he meant there. David says he's got a Gladbach stack for next season. I think they improved massively. Really poor start, but have clicked now. Yeah, David, you're completely spot on there. Like I said, they really were struggling this start of the season, but they've seemed to pick up some results, which is nice to see. Segekawa away to Hiroshima. I do like that fixture for him. I don't see Hiroshima scoring at all, to be honest, at home to Antlers, if I'm completely honest. Seo Young-woo, I've got 2 of them now. I won 1 for finishing 10th. Where's he 2? He's in my gallery somewhere. I won a new version of a new Seo Young-woo. DMP'd last night though, which is kind of annoying. If anyone in the chat, I've spoke to a few people and they seem to think that they kind of rested him, thinking that they would win this game against Blue Wings, but they didn't. So yeah, a little bit scared about playing him this weekend away to Gakwan. Benoit Badiashile, the 100 last week, helped me win that Seo Young-woo. He scored 100 for me at home to Angers. He was a beast. He was unbelievable. They are away to Lille. Now, Lille have been really poor. They struggled to score goals. Monaco have been really good. I see Monaco winning the game. I'm just worried about him not keeping a clean sheet, but that's not the end of the world as a defender. You can obviously still get your triple-triples, your double-doubles, whatever. David said Badiashile is a must here, I think. As a German, I don't agree. I think there are 3 to 5 teams that are better. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. I don't think there's definitely 3 to 5 teams better than Gladbach, I imagine. Lille have given up an up and he's in top form and I can't see Lille scoring. Yeah, I'll be honest, David, when I was looking at this fixture a few days ago, I did in my provisional teams, I did have him in there, to be honest. So I don't think I'm going to change my mind if now. George Campbell's out injured. Sergio Gomez away to Antwerp. I don't like. Nico Williams, I just don't know what's going on with him right now. Obviously, Fulham have won the league. Leite at home. I don't know if he's going to start at home to whoever that is, Akrura. But I'm definitely not going to risk him. I do have an Eric Garcia. PK is out injured, so there's definitely an option there. I just don't know whether I want to risk it. Like I mentioned it earlier on the stream, Barca have never lost away to Betis. There's some like stupid stat where they just don't lose away to Betis, so that's something interesting to look out for. Stokey says I've watched Lille play 6 times this year, and I think I've only seen them score once. That's really that's considering they win the league last year, right? It's so disappointing. So yeah, Garcia is definitely an option, and then we have Diego Palacios. I bought, not going to be touching him. Guys, are we still in the chat? I'm scared that my Wi-Fi went out. Are we still here? Please let me know. Yeah, maybe we are. Are we still live, guys? We are here. Now, that was weird because on my Streamlabs, the timer like restarted. It's like it says like how long I've been live for, and it's restarted to 0. So that's weird. I'm not sure why that is, but we're good. Okay, panic over, because recently my Wi-Fi's, even though I'm connected through an Ethernet cable, for whatever reason we've paid for extra Wi-Fi and it's still really bad. But yeah, for whatever reason it's restarted on Streamlabs my stream, even though you're all still here. I'm not sure how that works, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with the punches. Panic is over, and it's always around, like, it's 2:16 p.m. for me right now. For whatever reason, around this time every day, the Wi-Fi goes really weird. So yeah, Badiashile looks like the most nailed on option, doesn't he, guys? Thank you for your input for that one. I do agree with everyone that said the same thing. He's definitely the best option for us. Midfielders, there's no fixtures that really stand out. Jack De Vries is obviously not going to play. Can't even play for the under-19s right now for Venezia, so he's completely out of the picture. So that takes us on to Frankie Maya. Frankie Maya, super rare at home to Portland Timbers. I do like that fixture for him. Yari Visharan missed last game, complete DMP, so he won't be getting used. Enzo Fernandez is obviously one of the main options. Last week I split up Enzo Fernandez and Alvarez for the first time, and I was yeah, I paid the price for it because I would have won under 23 Rare Pro, I think, if I played them both together. I didn't, of course. So yeah, Enzo Fernandez is definitely a shout as one of my rares in this lineup. But I do need to be wary about like playing another super rare. And I think Frankie Maya might have to be that super rare. Paxton Pomykal looks to have a good fixture at home to Seattle. For anyone that owns Paxton, Florentino Luis won't play. Moses Nyman is injured. Onana, for me, is a doubt. Playing against Monaco, he could get a good AA score if he does play, but I'm still a bit wary about that one. Arsenal away to Samara. I kind of do like that fixture for Dynamo. Fabio Vieira away to Benfica. I just don't like the fixture. And then we're getting into the J-League guys. Yuito Suzuki went crazy last weekend. He scored like 99, 2 assists, 1 goal, albeit against Shonan, who are very poor, of course. But yeah, at home to Frontale, I just don't know. I just don't know what to think of the J-League sometimes. Like, if I have an MLS guy that has like a similar fixture, I'm always going to go with the MLS guy just because there's less doubt in the fixture in terms of like DMPs and just getting injury news. It's just one of those things I have against the J League, even though I do really enjoy watching it. So he's definitely an option for the Super Rare division, to be honest. Daiki came off the bench again. I'm not risking him as a starter right now. Arakai, I think he's injured right now. He hasn't been in any of the squads, and Silamikers as well. So for me, it has to be Frankie Maya or Enzo Fernandez. We can end up playing both, to be honest. So I'm going to go with Frankie for now. So my super is out the way, which leaves us with a striker and an extra position to fill. In terms of forwards, Lucas Beltran has a really good fixture. We're ignoring these. Araka isn't going to play. Cherokee's injured, of course. So we go straight to Lucas Beltran. He played midweek. He missed a big chance. So that was a little bit annoying. But they're at home. So that's something to look into. Julian Alvarez, obviously, fixture stands out. They're playing 12th in the league. They play tonight, though, which I'm a little bit scared about. I'm scared there's going to be a bit of rotation. But for whatever reason, River Plate don't seem to rotate that much, especially at Enzo Fernandez and Julian Alvarez. So I'm kind of happy about that, of course, being a holder of both of them. So it looks to be a Julian Alvarez play, maybe with Enzo Fernandez. We do have a Cody Gakpo away to Feyenoord, who obviously playing tonight as well. A load of super rares here. Zion Fleming. Ferreira is definitely an option. At home to Seattle, I really like that fixture. Excuse me. Seattle obviously played last night, won the CCL. So yeah, definitely room for Dallas to win that game. We have an Ansu Fati down here. Again, I've been told he's not going to start any games. Bob says just play the defenders in J-League. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of like a staple. Yeah, that's definitely something to live by, isn't it, in the J-League. Then we have a load of Ikedas who I bought. I mass bought a load of them midweek as like a really cheap super rare and rare option for me for the summer. But yeah, here, the only thing that stands out right now is Alvarez. Of course, he could get injured tonight. Something could happen to where I need to change this. But for now, I think I'm going to go with Julian Alvarez and Enzo Fernandez. I'd just be stupid not to. I think they're just too nailed on not to play them together. And obviously, of course, I split them up last weekend, which was a massive regret of mine. Francisco said, get Akida in. I'll get him in somewhere, maybe. I might play his super rare somewhere. But I actually do like him as a player. My friend scouted him for me. Yeah, he said he takes set pieces and stuff. And I was like, you know what? This guy looks too cheap to be, of course, playing for a really bad team in Shonan. But takes set pieces. You know, he's dangerous. Always in with the shout of a decisive if he plays, of course. So, yeah. Bought a few of them, hoping that he can come good. Okay, so let's throw in our under-23 pro team into Sorare, just so we have it nailed in. So Van der Voort, Badiashile, Enzo Fernandez, Julian Alvarez, and where's he to? Frankie Maya. Okay, and we'll captain Fernandez for now. And we'll move on to under-23 Super Rare next. This is not going to be easy to pick, but it's going to be easier than the Rare Pro just because I have less options. So Tani goes straight in as a Super Rare. Looks to have a really good fixture. 63 as an opposition score, which is huge for a goalkeeper. I know Tani didn't play midweek, which is scary. But they did lose like 4-1 to Shimizu, so I'm hoping that Tani gets back into the team this weekend. Defender options, like we said, Bayer does have a good fixture. I'm going to toggle this to just super rare only, just so we can just see the supers. So we have a few options. We could go Eric Garcia. Nico Williams is a DMP waiting to happen for me. Bob says heavy rotation for Seattle coming up, especially with all their injuries, midweek fixture, hangover on the road. Obed Vargas is a fun guy to consider now that João Pedro is gone. I don't know if you watched my MLS video that I made quite recently, but yeah, I mentioned Obed Vargas in that video. I loved watching him play last night. I think he's going to be a fantastic player in the future. I did see his super rare go. Yeah, his super rare went for 0.2. That's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. So the number 2 went for 0.6, and the first one went for 0.2. That's a huge price difference there. Very interesting. There's only one rare out and a couple of limiteds. Mbappe 2-year deal with PSG. Oh, wow. That is huge news. Bob says, really glad you're playing Enzo and Julian D3 and not against my team in D4. Well, I played Julian in D4 actually last weekend, which I massively regret. But in terms of opposition score, it's hard for me to not go with Bayer, to be completely honest. The other option is obviously Nishio and Eric Garcia. They're definitely both viable options, but I've got a funny feeling I think Bayer's going to have a good game against a weakened Frankfurt team, so we're going to throw Bayer in there. In terms of our midfield option, a load of injuries, a load of DMPs waiting to happen. The only player that I can see definitely playing is Yuito Suzuki after his crazy performance midweek against Shonan, 2 assists, 1 goal. So I'm going to go with Yuito in this game against Frontale. That one's a no-brainer, to be honest. Here we have a bit of a contemplation. So we could actually go with Aikida, to be fair, even though the opposition score isn't great. Lahaji probably doesn't play. Shone doesn't play. Sang Bin is injured. Vitesse is injured. Our options are Zion Fleming, Cho Young Wook at home, which I do like. But for whatever reason, he didn't start last night, which I'm a little bit wary about. It's because João Paulo got hurt, so the Obed Vargas went up. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. Guys, any Eredivisie experts in the chat, do we think the Zion can have a good game against 20? I know 20 like keeping clean sheets, which I'm a little bit scared about, because obviously I want a Fleming decisive. He did get a decisive last weekend against Feyenoord, and I know Feyenoord are better than FC20, so they are away though, which I'm a little bit scared about, Fortuna. So yeah, let me know what you would do here. Would you go Zion Fleming or Cho Young Wook? That is an interesting contemplation. If Cho Young Wook didn't DMP last night, not DMP, if he started the game, I would have been a little bit, I would have been way less apprehensive to start him. But the fact that he didn't start last night, does that mean he plays? Does that mean he plays on the weekend? David says 20 have a very good defense. Zion will get a good AA against them, but it will be tough. I've dodged him for this game week personally. Hold is rare. Okay, that's very good to know. Thank you, David, for letting me know that. That does help me out, to be fair. So, that doesn't. I hope Fleming doesn't, as I have Lars and proper defensive stack this weekend. Oh, Gaza, they actually score really well, don't they? Unistall and proper as a defensive stack. So, yeah, this is what I'm scared about, guys. So this guy here, whoever he is, he scored. He scored last night for Seoul. He missed 2 big chances. Did get 1 goal though. Of course, I know Cho Young Woo can play on the wing as well, but I'm a little bit scared that Cho Young Woo DMPs. What would you do here? Would you go Zion Fleming, knowing that he's definitely going to start but might not score? Or would you go with Cho Young Wook, where you don't know if he's going to start, but if he starts, he probably scores? Okay, so he came on half-time. Okay, that's interesting to know. That makes me feel a little bit better. Mickey said he watched the game. Wook is primarily playing right wing now, but is rotated a lot. Tom says Barella will play. Okay, so Mickey says the Wook is playing right wing. That is interesting to know. Yeah, he came out for this guy, didn't he? No reason not to be an absolute star. Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Tom, for letting the chat know that. Yeah, so how did Wook do? He basically didn't do anything. In 45 minutes, he did 8 passes, 2 crosses which weren't completed, 1 ground duel, 1 tackle. Yeah, he didn't really do much here, did he, guys? Which I'm a little bit scared about. Do we think he starts next game, Mickey? Would you be able to give me your insight on that? What would you say? What would you feel like is going to happen? Suwon and Seol are in similar positions. They're both, well, they're 7th and 8th, joint on points. Mickey says Seol played very defensive in the first half and scored most of their goals in the second half, last 15 minutes. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know what to do here. It's a tricky one. It's a very tricky one. I think Zion Fleming is the safer option, if I'm completely honest. So I'm going to go with Fleming for now. If I think anything changes, then I might do a swap later on. But for now, I think Fleming is the best choice, even though he has a tougher fixture by a quite considerable margin as well. So that'll be that for now. And then we need our extra player. The extra player will come in the form of either Nishio at home, which I do like that fixture. Nashi's in the chat. What's going on, mate? Thank you for joining. Always go nailed on starter, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. It's just not worth the risk, is it, of that DMP situation, and you just losing your head because of it. Excuse me. Extra position is either Eric Garcia. It's Eric Garcia or Nishio. Now, I don't really like going 2 defenders normally, even though it's the safer option. I just think, I don't know, there's just more scope for higher scores, I think, if you're playing midfielders and forwards in that extra position. If you're really going to go for it, which you do need to do in these scenarios. But for me right now, the only 2 players that I really feel comfortable playing is Nishio or Eric Garcia. I think Garcia is the play, if I'm honest. I know PK's not going to play. So for me, I think Garcia has to play in here. Like I said, I might change things later on. I probably don't. But for now, I think this is the team we're going to rock in under 23 Super Rare. And we're going to captain. It's either Bayer or Garcia. And I think I'm going to go with Garcia, even though he was my last pick. I have a funny feeling that he's going to have a good game. Stepping up to the plate with PK out. So we're going to throw those into our Super Rare lineup. Feels annoying having to leave out Nico Williams, but he's just too much of a risk right now. I just can't work out if he's going to play or not, especially with them tying up the league. So yeah, we'll captain Garcia and call that one a day. National Interest says, any info about Daisen Maeda? Will he renew the existing contract, Celtic, or leave? To be honest, I don't know, but if I had to guess, I would say he stays. I don't see any reason why he would leave Celtic right now. Under a manager that loves him, I don't see any reason why he would leave that situation that he has there. So yeah, that would be my 50 pence on that situation. Goalkeeper, for the under 23 rare, it's out of Costa and Osako. It's a tough one. We've spoken about Costa. Of course, he's probably going to get a good AA score against Benfica, but there is a risk that he concedes 3. And Porto conceded 2 last weekend against obviously poorer opposition. So I think that's a big risk. I think I would prefer to go with Osako. Even though Antlers are a very good team, I would have to say that Osako's just about a better option here for me. Let me know what you think in the chat, though. Kosnu has the best fixture on paper here, away to Hoffenheim. He actually scored pretty well last weekend. I can't remember who they played. They were away, though. Mainz, maybe. They played Mainz away and they won 2-0. He had a good score. Stokey said, I saw last from Quinny. He seems to believe Maeda will be at Celtic next year and he knows a thing or two about Celtic. Yeah, I was going to point you in the direction of Quinny's content just because he's a massive Celtic fan. So yeah, definitely go with what he says. I think he has a very good knowledge base on Celtic. Of course, I'd love to play Fofana here, but he's too much of a DMP risk. Segekawa, I could play Segekawa against Osako, even though they're on opposing sides, but I think it could be the play here. Seo Young-woo is also a good play. I just don't know why he DMP'd midweek. Maybe he plays on the weekend. Maybe I just play a Seo Young-woo here. It's out of Segekawa and Seo Young-woo, isn't it? But we'll go with Segekawa for now. Just because I know he's a bit more nailed on. In midfield, options are a little bit limited. I don't want to go with Paxton because I think I have players that can score more decisively than him. So going back to what Rodrigo said, if he's still in the chat, of course, Porto need a point just to clinch the title away to Benfica. I think Vieira plays. I'm just scared that he's not going to attack as much, or the team's not going to attack as much as I'd like. Stokey said they played Frankfurt and lost 2-0. Sorry, yeah. It was one of the teams with a red badge. I couldn't differentiate which one it was in my head there. But for me, it's out of Arsene and Vieira. I know they're both away, but I think Arsene has the better fixture, the easier fixture. So I am going to go with Arsene. He did score last game as well, which I do like. In terms of our forwards, we have options here. I love the Jesus Ferreira play at home to Seattle. I also like Cody Gakpo, even though he's away. Feyenoord are playing tonight, of course. I think I might go with two forwards here and just try and rip it up and just go with Cody Gakpo and Jesus Ferreira. I know it's risky going with two forwards in under 23 rare because you are relying on decisive actions, like simple as you are. But I do think it could pay off if they do score those decisive. So I think this is the team I'm going to run in under 23 rare for now. If I change anything, it'll be to bring in Seo Young-woo. But I'm just a little bit wary that he's not going to play, to be completely honest. So that is going to be, where is he? There he is. Okay, I'm going to captain Gakpo just because it's just a rule within the club. I can't not captain Gakpo. Barnsley says, trying to fund a rare under 23 goalkeeper for next Euro season. Excuse me. Do you think selling my rare MLS outfield players mid-season, end of May/June, to fund it is a good start? Good question. It depends what under 23 goalkeeper you're going to get. It depends how many players you're going to have to get rid of to get that under 23 goalkeeper. If you do sell those outfield MLS players, does it restrict you from playing MLS altogether? Or does it restrict you? Let me rephrase that better. Is it going to restrict you from playing the summer leagues in the summer, if that makes sense? Are you able to still compete? And then we can start talking again. But yeah, let me know the answers to those questions first. The next does mean I won't have any. Does mean I won't have any teams for a couple of months. Okay, so you won't have any teams. I don't know. It's a big risk. It depends how much luck / how many rewards you're getting from the MLS guys. If they're not really doing it for you, then it could be worth selling them up and going again when the under 23 European guys start playing again and getting that goalie in cheaper than he would be when the season's up and coming. So I would gauge it off, how likely are these MLS guys, how likely is it that these guys are going to win me some rewards during the summer? That would be my mindset going into that contemplation, if that makes sense. If you don't think they're going to do much, then I would sell up and get those under 23 guys in early and then wait until next season and get a better chance of making rewards, in that next European season. But if you think the MLS guys are going to win you some rewards, then I would keep them. But that would be my mindset going into that contemplation. So yeah, let me know if that helps in any way. I hope it does. Okay, so we've got our three main teams out. Stokey says, all depends if you are fine with not playing SO5 for a couple months as well. Yeah, that's another thing. It's are you okay with not playing the game for a little while? Okay, so my contemplation next is, I have one more playing goalkeeper one more rare playing goalkeeper in the form of Diego Costa. Do I play a all-star rare pro team, or do I stretch it and go all-star super rare and play one rare goalkeeper, of course, and then 4 Super outfield players. I think that's a bit of a stretch, to be completely honest. Let me see what I can build with an All-Star Rare Pro team first. So Costa's obviously in goals. There's no contemplation on that one. I think if we want to play a super rare here, it would have to be Nishio if we wanted to. We do have a few super rare options that aren't under 23s. One of them being Lucas Anderson. He is my super rare midfielder from Aalborg, who are at home to Midgetland, which might be a good fixture for him, I think. So that is definitely an option. I'm tempted to throw him in there. So we go him as one of our super rares. Then we go, I think I might go Cho Young-wook here. Just in case he does pop off. And then we go Seo Young-woo maybe as one of our defenders. Because it doesn't feel right not playing one of the Seo Young-woos just in case he does play. Midgetland. Yeah, they're Midgetland to me. I'm not going to bother trying to pronounce it in some sort of Danish way. Ever since I've played FIFA, everyone I've known is called them Midgetland, and I'm not changing it. Same as Colo Colo. They're Coca-Cola to me. I'm surprised they haven't changed their name to Coca-Cola, to be fair. That would be a great little marketing strategy from them. Mickey says, great matchup with the hangover from Seattle. Dallas are clearly best at home. I think I would captain Ferreira. Yeah, okay, I might change that captain then with Gakpo. Barnesy says, yeah, good advice, thanks. Got a month to see if MLS improve. Just both forwards are in poor form. ATM, cheers. Don't rush the decision. But definitely, think about it in this next month and sort of see if your strikers start scoring goals, then that could mean obviously more rewards for you. De La Cruz or Fabio Vieira? If De La Cruz plays tonight, I don't know. I want to play De La Cruz because it's a very good fixture for him at home. Of course, they are playing tonight though, so I'm a little bit wary of DMP. If I don't go De La Cruz, I would probably go Fabio Vieira, to be completely honest. We'll throw De La Cruz in for now, just because I think it's the best option if he does play, of course, and we'll captain him as well because he can churn out some big scores on his day. So we'll throw in the All-Star Rare Pro team, Diogo Costa, Seo Young-woo. We'll go Lucas Anderson from Midgetland, just to trigger some of you guys and your Danish pronunciations of teams. And then we'll go, where's he to? De La Cruz, captain. And that'll conduct and conclude our All-Star Red Pro team. Aldi's loving that one, by the way. National Interest says, Challenger League in Game Week 271 will be played only Switzerland League and EL Final. So pick up players for those leagues to earn a reward. That's a very interesting little tip there. Thank you for letting us know that interest. People in the chat might be able to take advantage of that. All that's left now for me really is to throw in, I might be able to do some sort of limited lineup, but I'll definitely be throwing in an all-star team. I'll have to play a common goalkeeper. Who do I go here? Chesney away to Genoa, I don't really like that fixture. Raysol at home, I kind of don't mind. Schunin away, I think Neuer's kind of the play here, isn't it? At home to Stuttgart. It'd be stupid for me not to play Neuer, I think. Defender-wise, I do have a spare Seo Young-woo, which is definitely a luxury right now. So even though he DMP'd last night, we're going to throw him in to the lineup to try and win us some ETH. I think, again, it'd be stupid for me not to play Fabio Vieira somewhere. So we'll throw him in here. And then for forward positions, Beltran looks to have a really good fixture. So I'll definitely be playing a Beltran in here. Hoping he can help me churn some ETH. I haven't won ETH in so long, like the threshold, just because I don't prioritize it, to be honest. So, yeah, if you don't prioritize something, you're not really going to get the results that you would probably like. And then for my extra position, you know what? I might just play Diego Palacios. Do I play Diego Palacios? Ooh, I don't know. Do I play him? Don't I play him? Could go Paxton Pomykal. We know he's going to play. He might churn out a nice little 50 for us. Thomas says Manuel Neuer may not play. Okay, I know, didn't he DMP last week? He was on the bet. Yeah, I saw he was a DMP last week. Okay, so if that's the case, then I might go. Ooh, I might go Kim. Kim might be the play at home. Um, Although they lost 3-1, so he might be back in. Okay, yeah, I'll think about that one a little bit more in depth over the next day or so in terms of the common keeper. It's not really a massive worry for me, to be honest. And then, yeah, like I said, can I squeeze out? Oh, maybe I can't. I mean, I'll have a few limiteds I can play. Daiki Tommy actually played midweek for Shonen, so he might actually play again. If he does, that means my super rare under 23 lineups is dead. Shunin has a good fixture, Stokey says. Okay, yeah, I'll you know what, we'll go. I'm gonna go with Stokey's advice. I can't not go with what he's just told me. He seems to think Shunin's got a good fixture, and I'm gonna trust him. So thank you, Stokey, for that. Thomas says he thinks he's 50-50. Mike Mignon, I think, has a better fixture. He is playing for the title. Yeah, away to Hellas Verona though. I don't know. I think Verona scored goals, so I'd be wary in picking Mike Mignon, even though I think I have better options. I think he's the best goalie, but I don't think he has the best fixture or the easiest fixture. We have a few good options here actually. We have 3 decent defenders. I think Okumo and Diaz are the best too. Okumo has the best XP, so we're going to go with him for now. I have a few good midfielder options as well. Isaka, I think that's playing against his old club as well, so that could definitely be a good shout. So I think I'm going to go with him. Mateus Suarez, we could go with Aikida, even though I don't think I have enough limited Aikidas. Oh no, the responsibility's eaten at Stokey. Nah, Stokey, don't think of it like that. I promise you that there's definitely no pressure in my all-star rare team at all. It's just a throwaway team every week. If it wins me ETH, it wins me ETH. I really, really don't prioritize it at all. I'm not sure if Jordan Morris plays this weekend against Dallas because of obviously midweek. He probably does though, just because he probably wants to play as many games as he can after being injured for so long. Mateus Suarez probably comes off the bench, depending on what happens tonight. I think Akida plays, so you know what? I'm just going to throw him in just in case he does well for me. And then I think Paulo Diaz as a defender option, might be the best option there. He hasn't got the best XP bonus, but you know what? It's just going to have to do. I think Asak is probably the best choice in terms of decisive capable. I think Okumo will get the best AA score. But I think Asaka has the best chance of a decisive. So we'll captain him. As always, guys who always support me and watch the streams and watch the vids. I used to do it on Twitter. I used to say, like, if you retweet this tweet, you basically can win any card that I win from Limited this weekend. But I only do it now for, like, the guys who are in the chat and you guys who are watching because, yeah, I kind of want to just give something back now and again if I do win something. So, yeah, all you need to do, just leave a like on this live stream and comment. And after the live stream's gone live, throw in a comment. So not in the comment section, not in the live stream comment section, but the comment section after the video's gone live. I want you to comment your favorite under 23 Premier League player. Even though the Premier League's not on Sorare yet, let me know who your under 23 or your favorite under 23 Premier League player would be. Rodrigo said he would go for Osaka as well. Thank you, Osaka. Rodrigo, I just called you Osaka. I'm not sure if that's a compliment. But yeah, no, I do really appreciate that. And that's probably going to conclude the lineup building, to be fair. We've got a Super Under 23 lineup ready to go. Hopefully Tanny starts. An all-star team where Stokey's picked Shunin for our goalkeeper. We've got an all-star rare pro team. Which I don't really expect to do too much, but again, it's just a throwaway lineup in that sense. It's just my leftovers, the best of the rest. We will go in and captain Ferreira because we do like his fixture at home to Seattle. I don't love the under 23 lineup, but it's good enough for sure. I do like the under 23 pro lineup, to be honest, with the River Plate connection. Hopefully, there's no rotation there. Again, going back to the goalkeeper situation, I don't have anyone that stands out this weekend in terms of like, you know what, this guy's definitely going to get a clean sheet. Elanga, Thomas says, and the national interest said Foden. Remember, I don't know if you kind of, maybe it didn't make sense, but like basically comment after this live stream's gone, like stopped being live. This live stream will turn into a video. I want you to go into the comment section on the video and let me know your favorite under 23 player, not in the live stream chat right now, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if I made that clear enough. That's my apologies if I didn't. But yeah, guys, I do really appreciate you watching. Like I said, anything I win in All-Star Limited will go to you. Whether I win it, I probably am not going to win it with a possible DMP goalkeeper. But yeah, anything I win, it just goes to one of you guys who watch my stuff. And yeah. Also, you know what? Why not? I'm gonna give away a limited Aikida. I have too many of him, and I'm gonna give one away. How are we gonna do this? We'll do this on live right now. Okay. First person to guess. It's my birthday this weekend on Saturday. First person to guess my correct age that I'm going to become on Saturday will win this one of these new under 23 Aikida cards. Rodrigo said, will I be playing the underdog? I don't have a goalkeeper to play the underdog this week, Rodrigo. But yeah, first person to guess right my age this weekend will win a midfielder Aikida card. I'll let you know when someone's got it straight away. Rodrigo's... I'm not going to say anything, actually. I'm not saying anything. I'm just going to see when I see the first correct number. I'm just going to say that, yeah, they're the winner. People are going for multiple guesses. There we go. Anina's got it right. Aniana. Sorry, I probably butchered the name. Aniana and Anania. Anania. I've got it. Anania. Jesus Christ. My dyslexia is kicking in again. Anania, you are correct. You're going to win this card. Let me know your gallery name, and I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to send you the card. I've got my little notepad here. Let me know your gallery name. 20, national interest. I wish I was 20. I mean, I've just had a haircut, so maybe I look a little bit younger than I normally am. Rodrigo says, oh, I thought you were younger. No, I'm a big 25 this Saturday. Okay, so your gallery name is Anania. Okay, let me search it up. Is it this one? Is this your gallery? I don't think that's your gallery, is it? Oh, it might be. Is it this one? Call me Anna. Anna, is this your gallery? The one, is it this one? If it is, let me know. And yeah, I will give away anything I win from All-Star Limited this weekend. Just comment your under 23 favorite Premier League player in the comment section after I finish being live. But yeah, Anna, let me know. Is the profile I have on the screen right now, is this correct? Let me know. And if it is, then I will send you the card. But yeah, please let me know. Please let me know. Hopefully it is. But then there's another one here. Anania Durashvili. Oh, it's okay. So it's a Anasoren. Ah, I've got you. So this is you, yeah? Give me a yes in the chat if this is you, and I will send you a I will be sending you a Aikida card. That'll be cool if it's your first if this is your first Sorare card. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I'm gonna head off now. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do the rest of my day. I do need to edit and finish the vlog from this weekend in Orlando. Rodrigo says congrats. Yeah, thank you, Rodrigo. That's so nice of you to say that. Yeah, congrats, Anna, on the first card in your gallery, which will be a Aikida limited card. But yeah, guys, really do appreciate you all watching me. Honestly, it means, I say it every time and it's cliche, but it genuinely means the world to me. Like, yeah, this is, like, I'm living my dream in the most, yeah, in the most cliche possible way. I really am. And yeah, I love doing what I do right now. So yeah, it's been a pleasure. Yeah, I just don't know what to say. I'm lost for words. But yeah, I do really appreciate you guys joining the chat every time I stream. You don't have to. You've got busy lives. You do things. Yeah, you lead busy lives, but the fact that you find time to watch me just chat rubbish about virtual cards on the internet, on YouTube, is unbelievable. So yeah, guys, yeah, hopefully I can win some sort of nice card for this weekend, as being my birthday. Stokey says, look at you bumping up the numbers for people who own one Sorare card, Harry. Also GG Anna. Yeah, have a good night, guys. Yeah, and I'm just glad to be able to, yeah, make someone's day, maybe, if you could call it that, giving them their first limited or first Sorare card. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, guys, do really appreciate everything, all the interactions, all the comments, all the likes, whatever you've done to, yeah, support me in that sense. Honestly, it means the world. I know it's tedious, but yeah, it's just part of the ecosystem, I guess, we live in, and the ecosystem I kind of want to do well in, you know. Because yeah, this is what I wanted to do for a long time. Anna said my quality is not too good, but it is my account. No problem at all, Anna. I've just sent you the card. So yeah, all you need to do is accept the offer, and the card's yours. I have done it. I'm looking at the screen right now, and yeah, it's ready to be transferred to you. So yeah, guys, really do appreciate you all watching. Honestly, it means the world to me. I've said it already. And yeah, I will hopefully have a video out tomorrow or maybe Sunday, in terms of the vlog that I just went to with all the Sorare guys in Orlando. So yeah, really do appreciate it, guys. And I shall see you on Monday for Monday's live stream. Massive good luck this game week. Hopefully all of you guys can bag some cards.